Morning.
Morning.
So I do want to start off with a little activity, but I want you to, let me see here, I have a few notes. Um, Filipina American, immigrant, high school dropout, stupid, drug addict, fresh off the boat, abused. These are all labels that I heard throughout my life. And these labels really dig deep, right? It just kind of nooks into the little crevices of your self-esteem. I actually didn't grow up here. I grew up in San Jose or in California. I moved all around the Bay Area in California. But I was born in Quezon City, the Philippines. But my family immigrated here when I was under a year old, so really the States is everything that I've known. I moved here about 12 years ago. No, 2012. I don't even know. What year is it now? 2020. But when I met my husband, he said, whoever I end up marrying, and he told me this on like the first date, so he probably knew right away he was going to marry me. But he said, they need to move to Michigan. And I was like, fantastic. I moved around so many times in California. I'd love to find a place that I can call home. And so he brought me here every season, and the snow looked beautiful. Now I'm like, oh, I miss California. But something was really interesting. It was really different. When you live in California, when you live in the Bay Area, when you live in Silicon Valley, when you're near San Francisco, it is a melting pot. And so it was really beautiful to me because there was not really this divide that I saw or that I felt. It was really just, who am I? And so, and who are other people? And oh, that's fascinating, or let me try that food, or let's go here and experience this. And so there was this interest, and everything was intriguing. And here, when I came, I was like, okay, there clearly is a visual difference. And so I really had to think about, what does that look like when I come and move here? Because clearly I'm marrying this guy. I'm gonna have to move to Michigan or we're not gonna get married. And so I had to really resonate with myself and say, okay, I have to be very confident with my labels and know who I am, because I have to be comfortable with who I am and just stand firm on that and know. So, I did kind of put some labels out there in the beginning. And it's really easy to label different situations or different people to, like Dale was saying, helping make your decisions or making it easy. But really, like so many of those labels cause this ripple effect. And so, I want you to think about that. And like Carolyn was talking about, when you get that little feeling in your stomach and you've now created these different biases and opinions in your head, whether it's from personal experience, whether it's from just the general idea of this divide, this bridge, or just not knowing, I want you to push hard past that, because that ultimately, in my opinion, can change things. I think that when you push past that, it becomes uncomfortable, and then you become strong, and you get to see that other person, and then you get to know what they want to be labeled for, and they're no longer prisoned to what society or all these different biases or racism or whatever it may be on them. So yeah, challenging yourself, embrace that diversity, all those little snickers that happen when you're uncomfortable or unsure, go deeper in that. Ask them, like, for me, I love food, all different kinds of food. And so when even just the simplest conversations of laughing about even a particular type of food kind of just hurts me, because I have that passion and that love. And so there isn't obviously that diversity in food even here in West Michigan. I miss the food in California. I love that I can go 10 minutes and have all different types of different kinds of foods all around me. So I talked about this activity because although we are a panel up here, we all have been labeled in different ways. And so I do want you guys to just take a second. There are note papers in front of you. I want you to take a sheet and I want you to write down the labels, those words, those different identities that people have put on you that aren't in favor, that you don't want. So please just take 10 seconds to just write some of those down.
Yeah.